Bum 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 da na 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 meow. Hey guys, I'm back and today I'm going to tell you about my worst customer experiences. I worked in a fast food restaurant for about 3 years, so I have a lot of stories of customers just being straight up assholes. So, or them just being drunk and saying things they shouldn't and doing things they shouldn't. So let's start with some of the most recent, because I did work fast food in a college town while I was in college, and we did do late nights. And by late nights, I mean we closed at 3 in the morning. So, and all the bars closed at 2 in the morning. So all of the people leaving from the bars would come to our fast food restaurant. So there was this one time, I think it started with a group of 4 guys, and 3 of them were decently sober. One was so drunk, gone to the max. There's nothing stopping him. Like, he was doing everything and anything to get on my nerves. I wasn't even working up front on counter. I was working in drive, and I had to deal with this guy. And my manager, bless her heart, she is the sweetest girl ever, but she does not do conflict well at all. So this extremely drunk guy comes in, and he's just slurring his words all over the place, and then he gets my attention, and I'm just like, okay, what do you need? And he starts being rude to me. He starts cussing at me and telling me to get him things. And I'm just like, how about no? How about you don't treat me like that? I am an individual too. I'm as old as you, and I deserve respect like I'm giving you respect. And then he decides that he wants to touch our cash register. So he reaches across the counter and tries to turn across the screen. I dropped everything I was doing, looked at him in the face, and I was like, if you touch one more thing, I will call the police on you, or you are getting kicked out. You are not allowed back in here. While my manager was standing next to me, kind of scared, because she had never seen that side of me. And she was just like, well, okay, he deserved it. And then he just didn't talk to me the rest of the time. He kept bugging everybody else, but he knew he got to my point of breaking. He knew he couldn't talk to me anymore. So fast forward to later that night, it was still the same 4 guys and the super drunk guy, and then another group of people came in, and they were pretty drunk too, but they weren't as bad as the super drunk guy. This super drunk guy tried to start a fight with the other people. They went outside, tried to start a fight. It was oh my god, can you be more stupid? Okay, so the super drunk guy's friend got it to stop. They were like, okay, we should probably leave soon. And then the super drunk guy goes into the boys' bathroom, and then he's in there for a while. We're just like, he's probably throwing up because he's really drunk. I don't know. And then he just walks out and leaves. Apparently, because he leaves right when we close, we walked into the bathroom to clean up for closing, and he had tagged the walls. He scraped his gang name into the walls. And this was the whitest dude ever. He doesn't have a gang name. It was something he made up when he was drunk, and he scraped it all over all our walls, and we had to get it fixed. And oh my god, I never saw that guy's face again at our restaurant, and I am so glad I didn't. But most of the time, I would be in what we called the hole, which was in the very back. It was the person that takes your money and then sends you to the next window to get your food. So I would just have random conversations with everybody that comes through, because there's nothing better to do back in there. And there was this group of guys. I think there was 4 guys in the car. 4. There's 2 up front and 2 in the back. And they had 3 separate orders. So I was going through, and I was talking to them for a while, and they were pretty nice. They were talking to me. They were pretty respectable. And right before they drove away, the guy in the front seat looked back to the back, and he's talking to his friend. He was like, no, I'm not going to tell her that. And then his friend was like, you better. And I was like, oh crap, something's about to happen. And then the guy driving looked at me and said, hey, I'm sorry, but my friend in the back seat wants me to let you know that you got some really nice breasts. Okay, and this was during peak, there were like 10 cars after him, and I couldn't tell anybody about it, and I was trying to tell people over the speaker, but they couldn't hear me, and I was freaking out, because I was like, did he really just tell me that? Was that really something that just came out of this guy's mouth to me? Like, I was so lost. I was like, can we not? Oh my god. Okay, and then, so, another thing that happened, this is just like customers being stupid now. There was this one girl. It was a time that I wasn't in the hole. I was in the other window where we give out food. And I was the one giving out food. I wasn't the one taking orders because I didn't feel like it. And this woman came through. And I was handing her food. And she was like, hey, can I have ketchup? And I was like, yeah, sure. And our policy is if they get one meal, they get one ketchup. And if they ask for extra ketchup, you give them one additional ketchup. Okay, I know it's kind of messed up. That's our policy. And so she was like, I gave her ketchup, and she was like, can I have extra? And I was like, oh yeah, of course. And I gave her one more. And she looked at me, she was like, you get paid here, don't you? And I was like, yes, ma'am, I do. And she was like, so if you get paid here, like, why does it matter how many ketchups you give me? Why do I only have 2? And I was like, well, ma'am, our policy is that if you ask for extra ketchup, you get 2 ketchups. And she was like, well, that's not how many I wanted. And I was like, okay, ma'am, well, how many do you want? And she was just like, I want to talk to your manager. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry that you're so pissed off that I followed our policy and gave you the correct amount of ketchup, and that you are so, like, miserable in your life that you'll get angry about ketchup. Like, that was another thing. Like, I just kind of had to walk away. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then another time when I was working in Drive, I was on the headset, so I was the one taking orders over the speaker. And I was talking to a guy. I repeated his order back to him correctly. Okay, so I can't say the order without telling you, like, basically giving away where I worked. So let's say he got one meal with a Coke, right? So I said, okay, so you have this meal with a Coke. And he was like, no, I had that with a Diet Coke. And I was like, okay, I'm so sorry about that. So you had this meal with a Diet Coke. And he was like, no, I had this meal with a Coke. And I was like, yes, sir, I will change it back. And he was like, you're still wrong. And then he got to the hole where my friend was, and he said, in quotes, that fucking bitch wouldn't stop talking and got my order wrong. And to which my friend repeated his order back to him and was like, was that right? And he was like, yeah. He's not. Another time, it was the exact same day too, this happened. So where I worked, this might be giving it away. We give dog treats out to, like, cars that have dogs in them. And we had just run out like 2 days ago. And this car came through, and it was a couple, and they had a puppy in their car, and they were like, hey, do you have dog treats today? And I was like, oh no, I'm so sorry, we don't. And then they paid or whatever. They went to the second window, and they asked the people at the second window if we had dog treats. Like, I would lie to them about having dog treats. Like, who am I taking dog treats home to? I don't have a dog. I'm not going to eat the dog treats. What do you think I'm doing? Who am I saving those for? Why would I lie to you about having dog treats? I wouldn't. Okay. Oh my goodness. So, I hope you enjoyed some of these stories of people just being idiots and drunk people and everything like that. And if you want to hear more, let me know, because I got plenty more stories to come. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter. Instagram and Twitter is OG Princess Allie, and Snapchat is AllieCat, ALLIEHCAT, because I went through a phase. And yeah, so have a nice day, guys. Love you. Bump, 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 da-na-na-na-na, meow.